Hello everyone, Kai Gaming Sportmore here, and welcome to a new series called The Minecraft Bedrock Survival Guide. Now that is a name used by another YouTuber, which I will say now, Pixel Rifts, and his Minecraft Survival Guide and now his Hardcore Survival Guide, but that's on Minecraft Java Edition. We're on the Bedrock version. So this is going to be a tutorial and a Minecraft Let's Play at the same time. So I'll be teaching you about the basics and the more advanced stuff in Minecraft. I'll be doing it whilst playing in a Let's Play. So live commentary format. So let's just create our world. And I recommend you go with the set seed. Any seed that you think's quite good. I personally like bamboo forest or epic jungle. But anything will do. Like I like savannas, so a savanna village seed. Try and choose a seed that has something good on it. I recommend you put coordinates on and turn fire spreader off. We're not going to play with caves and cliffs in case some of you don't want to. All that is good. You may be able to hear my mouse a little. We're going to call this... So we're going to call this... the guide. YT. Survival normal. Turn off the starting map and bonus chest. No multiplayer. And then let's click on create here. And then it may take a while to load depending on what you're on. It shouldn't take that long for me at all. And here we are in our world. The first thing we're going to do is gather some wood from a nearby tree. So you need this to start off. So you need to gather at least 5 wood, really, to make all the basic tools. But don't leave trees floating. That scared me a bit, that horse. So 5, now I want to convert that into planks. So if you hold shift and click on the output of a crafting table or your inventory crafting table, then it will actually take the item straight out so you don't have to drag it across. Now I want to place down the crafting table here. And then with that, you want to make 2 sticks. So if you right click, then it'll drop one of the item that you've got in your hand, basically. So the item you're dragging around. So you want to make sticks, hold shift again, click, puts them there. Now you want to put 2 sticks like this, then make yourself a pickaxe, and place another 2 like this, and 2 like that. Then just hold shift and click there. Now you've got a pickaxe and a hoe. A hoe is going to be helpful. Pickaxe. Now we don't need a shovel. Shovel would be used to break dirt or grass or other blocks like that. What you want to do is you want to dig down with your fist. Then as soon as you see this grey block stone, you want to mine the stone. So you want enough for a pickaxe, so 3. Then you want enough for an axe, 6. And then you want to pillar back out with your dirt. Then you want to right click on your crafting table again. Then you want to make the tools. So I'm going to make a pickaxe. Hold shift again and do that. And also an axe. So here we're going to be able to swap out those tools. Now if you need to, you can make more sticks. Place one like this and make yourself a sword. A wooden sword will do fine at the moment. Now there happens to be a village over there, which is incredibly handy for us. That's where you not want to go, because that's an abandoned village, so zombies or hostile mob have taken over that. So it's not safe for us to go there, especially since we don't have that good of tools right now. And just don't stand in the cat die. So if you double tap W, you can sprint, and then you want to hold space bars to jump. And there's a quite elaborate terrain over there, to be honest. Now as you can see, that hunger bar there with all the hunger little things is kind of going down. We have to feed ourselves to keep that up. Now technically there's something good, but you always want to grab the bed first. But there's something extremely good for us, that if you find one, then you're going to be set. As you can see, these buildings with the lava here are blacksmiths. They contain pretty OP loot in them. This one, yeah, that's a bit of a shock, isn't it? Well, it's not that good, but we've got a food source now, 3 bread. We have 2 apples in here. Then we have iron tools, which is an upgrade to our current stone and wooden ones. And also we have an iron helmet. How you would equip this is get out of the inventory. Get out there, press E to open your inventory again. And then click it and put it in these slots here. Click it into your helmet slot. Then you're good. Now I want to eat. Right click on this food source. Villagers, they also have crops, which will be incredibly handy for us. Now you can break them and get wheat, and the villagers sometimes will take it. But also, if you break this with your hoe, this stuff, these are hay bales. They'll give you hay bales when you mine them. These hay bales can be used to create wheat. Now we're just going to do shift and click. Now we have 64 wheat. Now this is something handy. When you place down a crafting bench and open it, as you can see, we have all recipes here. So the ones that are in red you can't craft because you don't have the stuff for that. But see how the ones that aren't grayed out, so we can craft swords and all the basic tools out of wood because we have a lot of wood. Now it says I can craft 21 bread, so we're going to do that. And now we have 22 bread since we already had one. And then you want to use The axe to mine anything wooden, you mine with an axe. Anything that looks like stone, or like a variant of stone, like cobblestone, you want to mine with a pickaxe. In Bedrock Edition, if you're playing on the Bedrock version, you will want to use a sword to fight, and you want to click as fast as you can when you do so. So here I'm clicking incredibly fast. Don't know if you can hear. Like that. That is good. Because axes on Bedrock Edition, they're not strong, they don't do that much damage. So technically we're all set. So technically we want to make base, but technically we can just do that in one of these houses. So all of these have their own different things. Some of them are quite hard to climb, but they're worth it because some of them, don't know if this one's the same, have chests in them and they contain some nice loot. Which gave us 11 wheat and 2 bread. That's pretty good for us. Now we have the top. You can also take the chest if you want. Once finished with it, using an axe, of course. Now you will notice, down in the bottom, there by my hotbar, which is what you call that bottom bar, with all my items in it, you can see that under the tools, some of the tools, there is a bar, a green bar. That's how many uses the tool has, aka durability. And now it's going night, so I'll explain that in the morning. As you can see, when the sky gets dark, my texture pack makes it a bit quirky. But technically, you would just right click on the bed. And you would sleep in it. So technically I can open the chat. And if I do that, I can type in the chat. Mine caps lock. Yeah, I was in caps lock. So now it's morning. And it says respawn point set. So should we die now? Our spawn is actually set. If the bed is not broken, that is. Because I just broke the bed. But technically, respawn point set. So now if I went and died, I'm not going to do it because I'll lose my stuff. I would actually respawn here instead of at the world where I spawned when I loaded the world up. It doesn't work if you break the bed. That green bar called durability, that's basically how many uses you have of your tool left. So for a stone axe, I think it's 131 uses, or it's 121 or 131, and then it'll break. When it all breaks, it just goes clank, and then it basically just totally dies. And it disappears as if you threw it into lava. So with that basic stuff explained now, I need to eat. These people running around the village here, I can now explain about them. These are villagers. They'll trade with you. So if you right click on them, it lags a little, of course. You know, it always lags. And a currency called emeralds. They'll trade. It's basically like money. So like the villager is the shop guy, the shop till guy. And then the emeralds are the money. And you can trade him stuff. So he'll give you money or emeralds for stuff depending on what he likes to do. So this one is a farmer. So of course he'll either sell us farm stuff. So bread or wheat or, you know, other things you can farm. Or we can sell him that for emeralds. So let's gather a bit more of these hay bales now using a hoe, because a hoe is usually better for breaking stuff like that. And this right here, this is sugarcane. This stuff. If you mine them, they drop sugarcane. This will be useful later to make paper and get enchantments, but I won't explain that yet because we're not even close to that. So I'm going to find a suitable place to set up camp somewhere around this mountain. I might set myself up somewhere in this mountain, I think. I feel like that'd be a good spot because you can dig into mountains or like weird terrain. And those there are hostile creatures because of darkness. In the dark, they spawn. And they'll come and murder me if I get too close, so don't want to get too close because they actually could potentially kill me. Not exactly in the best of gear, am I? Well, you don't know that, but I just told you. So I think I'm going to find a better spot. I think I've found the perfect spot. Right over here. There's some grass here, so I'm going to just get rid of that. And I also need to mine these 3 trees, so I'll do that and then see how the view looks. So here's the view. It's looking nice. Bear in mind, once you chop a whole tree down, all the wood, the leaves will decay themselves, but technically you can speed that up by mining them. These are also a block that you want to mine with a hoe for optimal speed. These leaves have a chance of dropping apples. They're food source and we found some earlier. These are not ones from trees, but I do have some here. And there you just saw my hoe, it broke. That's what happens when the bar hits 0. Luckily, I happen to have the resources to craft myself another hoe with the sticks and that, and shift click in back to where we are. And let's mine this. And each tier of tool is also faster. So technically if I had like a iron or diamond hoe, I'd never get a diamond hoe because that's stupid. But this is an example. I could instantly break these leaves. Like, see how it takes time now? I can instantly break them. And it's starting to get evening. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell with this texture pack, so I'll probably turn it off. Why are all these leaves not decaying? Because there's still a piece of wood in there. Now they should decay. You can scroll across your hotbar using your scroll wheel on your mouse. Otherwise, you can also scroll with it using the number keys. So like 1 would correspond to the spot I'm already in, 2 would be the next spot, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0 wouldn't do anything because there is no. And I better get to bed. Sometimes it'll say you cannot sleep when you think you can sleep. It's a bit strange. And there we go, we're in. You can also leave the bed if you want, but I'm not going to do that. So let's mine up this and start going into the side of this mountain. Technically, we do need another tool. A hoe. Sorry, not a hoe. Yeah, I made a mistake. We need a shovel. So you craft that using 2 sticks down. And 1, like this, like the end of the shovel, 1 wood, the end. Then you craft it. This is a wooden shovel. Technically we don't have any stone, so we can't. So here we are, just gonna fix up this land here. The wood shovel is kind of slow, so we might want to upgrade to a stone one. Now an iron pickaxe, if you remember how fast the wood and stone one mined, as you can see, much faster. And now, as we have some stone, let's craft ourselves the stone shovel. The iron one would be even faster, but of course we don't have any iron. So technically the stone shovel should not actually be that slow. Yes, much better. I'm just gonna clear out a little bit of space. Oh, I accidentally mined a piece of dirt with my pickaxe, but it doesn't really matter that much. A little tip for mining faster. If you stand at the very edge of your reach, so that would be like this block. You actually mine faster than if I get up close. It's very slight, but it might save you some time if you're mining out a big area. I just need a bit of a small area to mine out. And also, this is a gravity effective block called gravel, best mined with a shovel. It's affected by gravity unlike most other blocks. So if I place a piece of dirt, so if I pillar with dirt, and then mine this dirt, see the top one staying up. However, if I pillar with gravel, 2, 3, I only have 3 blocks, it falls as soon as I mine the other blocks. Let's eat up here. And I think we're about ready to just move in for now to this little place. So we want to grab our stuff. It's gonna have an open front for now. So let's just place our bed nicely in here. Set our respawn point by right clicking. Set up our crafting table. And another essential item of Minecraft. They need craft using a crafting table, the furnace. So you want to surround the crafting bench in cobblestone except for the middle. That'll get your furnace. Now with the furnace, we can smelt items up. So as you can see, I got raw rabbit because the rabbits killed themselves on cactus. Cactus, oh god. Cacti. Just ignore that. I'm gonna cut what just happened out. The rabbit kills themselves. The rabbits killed themselves on cacti. And they dropped raw rabbit. So we can now make that cooked rabbit and make it food, because raw it won't give us that much. So let's just do a comparison. I need to be hungry. I'm just gonna make myself really hungry quick. So missing 4. So I'm missing 4 hunger bar things. What are they? I don't actually know the technical term. People call them shanks. So if I eat one, it put me to 3.5 missing. So it gave me 1.5 hunger left. Now if I cook this other one, so you can use whatever kind of fuel you want. So I can use logs, or I can use wood of any sort, or sticks, wood. It will emit a light level off. So we just stand by it for a second. You will need to be within, like, say, how far I can see. And that's finished. Now get cooked rabbit. Now it's have 4 missing again. Let's eat cooked rabbit. Oh, it just gave me the trophy because I haven't eaten it on this edition before. Because you rarely ever get rabbit. I just got lucky and managed to get it. Anyway, we can take our wood out of the furnace. Oh, sometimes you misplace, you just have to mine. So technically, we are set. We've got all the stuff we want, so we're set. So that is going to end this episode, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to drop a like. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe as well some more. Car Gaming Baltimore, and I'm checking out. Goodbye. Hello everyone, Car Gaming Baltimore here with another video. We're back on the Minecraft Survival Guide Bedrock Edition. We're going to make some upgrades in this episode. Last episode we got ourselves set up with this little thing. We looted a bit of a village. If you haven't watched that episode, go watch it now. And here we are with our little humble base. And we're kind of set. We can place this chest down for storage, which is our first thing for today. You need storage because this inventory, as you can see, when we've only played for about, let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe in this world. I'm already nearly half full. So chests, when you place them down, will give us storage to put stuff in. So we want to make some more wheat. And then more bread. Because technically we're running out of bread a little bit. So this episode is going to focus on expanding the base and getting myself a little more kitted out. So you want to go mining first thing. The safest way for no players is going to be to strip mine. And I just dropped my sword by accident. I'm going to turn this texture pack off, because you can see it's messing with the sky. So I'm going to turn it off. See you guys when it's done. And here we go. Okay, why is it the middle of the dawn night when I log back in? there are loads of monsters around. So it must have been night time. The texture pack was messing something up, so about normal. Some things may look slightly different. So as you can see, these guys called zombies, they burn in the sun. Sometimes they spawn in baby zombie form and you just want to run then. That is an Enderman though. I'll put a fact file up about them. These zombies will burn in the sun, but they will come for you. So let me show the combat skills that you want to use. So you want to click as fast as you can and tap W as you do it. I think we're clear. Yes, I think we're clear. They all burn in the sun. That was a very strange glitch though. When you take damage like that from monsters, or any kind of damage, then you want to heal up. And you can only heal if your hunger bar is full. So you have to eat up before you can heal. So you can take our bed with us, mining. So we want to go mining at a lower level than we are now. Because as you can see, our coordinates in the top, they show how high up you are, the middle coordinate, the Y coordinate. And to find iron, you will need to be below Y64. We just want to find iron. So the best bet, oh my god, there's a there's a fly on my TV, damn you. Let's try and get it off. It's running up my television. Are you kidding me? There's a fly on my screen and I can't get rid of it. You will need torches to light this up though, otherwise you will end up with monsters spawning there because they can spawn in low light. So technically you can convert logs into charcoal. I believe this is a myth. This might be a myth, but it's worth knowing for you guys so you don't get bugged by it in the future if it is a myth. It is not a myth. You can use charcoal and sticks to make a torch as opposed to just regular coal and sticks. So we here just get a couple of bits of charcoal. Let's just get the one last charcoal that's going to smelt. Or two. Then we can take these logs, craft ourselves some planks by just putting them in here. Give ourselves 16. Grab myself as many sticks as I can with this. Put them all in the crafting table along with this charcoal. Then shift click, and there we go, we've got 16 torches. Before anything spawns, let's just... Make sure we've got the bed ready and handy. So this is called strip mining. If you find a cave at this point, don't go into it. It's too risky. This is andesite. This is another type of stone block, still mined with a pickaxe. There's a few more like granite and diorite. They all drop, though, from mining them with any kind of pickaxe. We're gonna mine down to say Y6T. And there will be these creepy noises when you're caving. Don't mind them, they're just, you know, creepy noises to scare you. They're not that bad. Here's granite, and this is diorite, the most ugly block in the game. Sorry anyone who loves diorite. Check that it's not nighttime. It's not. And this is copper ore. This used to make blocks of copper and a spyglass, basically a telescope. That's what you make with it. And copper looks quite nice, so we're going to just harvest some of this. You need an iron pickaxe to mine copper. And here, this is iron. We already have a little bit of this. But this is what we want. And I believe there's more. It drops raw iron when you mine it. You'll need a stone pickaxe or better to mine it. Do not try and mine it with a wooden pickaxe. It will just not drop anything and it will take forever. And as you can see from that, we got 14 raw iron. Raw iron is basically like, you have to smelt it using that furnace we just got. Well, we got it last episode. But I'm recording these at the same time. I'm just going to split them up, you know, so it isn't really hard for you guys. We need 24 iron, preferably, to make a full set of iron armor. But since we have the helmet, which costs 5 iron already, so we can minus that, so that's 19. That's 19 iron we need. So we again need 22 because this will cost us to upgrade. Probably 25. 25 iron we'll need. And we've already got 14. Just need 10 more. But when we run out of torches, we have to stop. And we found another ore here, but it's not iron. This is coal. This is a variant of the charcoal we just smelted using wood. Now this will allow me to make more torches because you make it with coal or charcoal. There is a cave here. You do not want to go explore it, because that may result in you losing your life. So now we have that. We can combine our sticks with our coal like this and make ourselves some torches. We have a whole stack of 64. Now let's continue. We've dug ourselves into another cave here. Not very good for us in that way. Technically, we're going to go into it still and see if we can find just a pinch more iron. Just be careful, just in case. There's no more iron here. Let's leave. Our pickaxe is about to break, so we need to go up and get a new one. Oh my god, it's nighttime. Let's make it day. And then because there might be monsters that spawn during night, I want to eat up and then we want to go to the surface. Ready to fight whatever might be up there. Get ready to brace yourself because there's probably going to be something up there. That is a creeper. Very dangerous monster. If it sees you, it'll start coming towards you. If it gets too close, it will explode. Want to be very careful that that does not happen. You see, it will climb out. It'll come towards me, and it, as you can see, it light like it looks like it's going to explode, and it will. We managed to kill it here, and it just dropped us experience points. And there's a spider here, we can just kill it too. Nice and quickly. There's also a skeleton over there, he's just sitting in the trees. Just chilling out. But let's just do a little bit of base work. We just want to set up a little farm. So if you punch grass, you get seeds sometimes. Let's see if we can get some from a local drop. Yes, we did. So we have 4 seeds. So if you right click on the ground, so grass or like dirt, with a hoe, it will give you farmland. Kinda needs to have water. But we can just put some seeds very nicely on it. Check we're clear so I can turn around. Now I can do what I've been waiting to do for a while. I've been waiting to craft myself some stuffs. Some iron stuffs. So as you can see, our furnace is smelting. So we smelt this raw iron, it gives us iron ingots. Let's just let that do its thing. That right there happens to be a wandering trader. They're like villagers in a way, so they'll trade with you. But technically, their trades are they're unique, but they kind of seem trash. But some of the items are quite rare, but useless. And the Wandering Trader can give you them. In exchange for emeralds, of course. So we have copper here as well. Same deal with the copper. We convert it into copper ingots. Let's check up on our iron here. It's almost smelted. Almost there. Nicely for 14 iron ingots. Now we have to think about this carefully. Let's just remove the fuel. Now, an essential part of Minecraft is protecting yourself against those monsters that try and kill you. The best way to do that is with a shield, which you can craft. I've got a fly in my face again. Which you can craft using a little bit of wood. So if you put it in formation like this, like a little handle, like a holding bit, and then around, then you place just one iron ingot at the top, then you get yourself a shield. Now you're holding it in this hand. You're like, what's the point in that? Not like going. And then that's pointless, isn't it? No, because you have this slot called your offhand, and if you put it in there, you can block with it by holding shift to crouch. And we can attack while keep holding shift. And we can attack, our shield up, attack, 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 attack. And the shield will lose durability, so it'll eventually break just after a while. Now with the rest of our iron, we can do what we will. So make ourselves a new pickaxe. Because our old one is about to break. We can also make ourselves something else. Not even tools, we can make ourselves armor. Your best bet for armor is the chest plate. That'll give you the most protection. So if you put it in a formation like this, you'll get a chest plate. An iron one. Now, what I can do with this is I can put it on just like the helmet. Now I'm kind of suited, in a way. We just have 2 iron left over. And we don't need a sword. So technically we can make another thing. Shears. So if you place two iron in a crafting table like this, you will get shears. These will allow you to shear sheep safely. And also some blocks like leaves, they can be instantly broken and actually get the leaves themselves by breaking the leaves with the shears. You'd also kill animals for food. I know it's a bit brutal, but technically you just jump and then hit the cow. The reason you jump is because when you come down from the peak of your jump, you will do a critical hit when you hit the ground. So this wandering trader here is so we can climb the mountain. So technically get our 60 cobblestone. So technically you can just get up to the top here. Technically you can do a bit of parkour. Nah, good old parkour. I'm not trying my hardest. I think it's going nighttime here. Maybe not. It will be soon. What is my render distance having to be set to? We're already at the maximum, aren't we? Oh yes, we're at the very maximum render distance there is. Which is why I've been noticing some lag. So normally I'd play like... Well, it's not night. Play like this. Just a quick note about settings. So, if you've got like a bad computer or something, like your computer's not that good, or you're trying to get the most performance possible, then there's some settings that you can do. This just before we end the episode. So if you go to your video settings, which is the most important thing, you can set your FOV or field of view. This is what you use to get more field of view. So 70 is the default of Minecraft. And it looks like this when you're walking around. Let's do 90, let's say, because that's another one common for like people who are more sweaty. As you can probably tell, it's a bit like a wider vision, we can say. Technically though, if we go too fast, so we go 110, which is the maximum. You guys might get nausea from this. Like, it looks like you're entering light speed, like, ugh. But if you go too low, so let's like do 50. My whole screen looks like slightly a bit cramped. And if we do the lowest, 30, then you can't see an absolute thing in heck. A good balance between, if you want to do a nice field of view, so 70, which you may think is a little too short, but 90 is a bit too much, and do 80. It's a good balance between the two. 80.40. 80 is a nice balance. Sorry about that, guys. That was a weird... My controller disconnected, which is where I've got my microphone plugged into, because it was inactive for an hour. So now it's active again. It's because my microphone cut out, because that's where I've got it connected. So where was I at? So 80 is a good balance, because it looks like a bit like 70. And beware, you get better performance on lower field of views, because there's not as much on your screen for your computer or console to render in. Speaking of that, these are some settings that you can change for your lighting and all of your different things. Let me just put my render distance to a playable amount. Is this playable enough? Oh yeah, it's playable. So as you can see, these options. So technically, smooth lighting will give you the best performance if you turn it off. As you can see though, the game doesn't look as nice. So here's a screenshot with it on. Now, here is a screenshot with it off. As you can probably see from those screenshots, it's a lot nicer when it's turned on. But so technically, that's the setting that makes the biggest difference. Now let's talk about GUI scale modifier. So on normal, my inventory kind of looks big. It looks too big because I'm playing on a big TV. Everything looks a bit big. At the hotbar. So let's just scroll down and change that back to -1, which anyone should really play on, most people. As you can see, it's a lot nicer and just better. And render distance. Before we talk about render distance though, ray tracing, keep that off if your computer's not great. It'll kill your performance, like 20 FPS. Render distance. This is the thing, I'll take screenshots with each render distance. So, maxed out to its fullest. Six chunks. Eight chunks. Ten chunks. 12 chunks. 14 chunks. 16 chunks. 18 chunks. 20 chunks. 22 chunks finally. As you can probably tell, with this, you can see loads more. Like, it's mad. Just how far I can see, but it's not exactly good for my frame rate, as you might have noticed. Probably looks dead unsmooth on your end. If we just come and admire how far I can see. The amount I can see is more than usual. Now, there's one more thing I should put to the test. Anti-aliasing. This is the setting that I'm about to show. I'll take screenshots each time. 1. 2. 4. 8. And finally 16. Now I'm just sleeping through the night. That was just a showcase of what each one is like. With the anti-aliasing on 16, you can kind of tell the difference between like 1 and just looking around at 1 and 16, but in between it's not really that much of a difference. Right, if we go right to 16, maybe slightly nicer lighting. I recommend keeping this off though. And oh my god, my game's lagging. The optimal render distance is 16 chunks, but I know some of you won't be able to get that properly in game. It might just not work for you. Because 16 chunks I can see fairly far. Nice and far. This is how most people play the game, with 16 chunks. It's a nice render distance. However, I know a lot of you may not be able to handle that. So 12 chunks is much more optimal for that. Although you can kind of now see that I'm not really rendering stuff in as fast. If we just hop back down to ground level. Like, you can actually see that it's fading a bit. Like, 18 chunks would be the best case scenario, but not a lot of your computers will be able to do that. Since 18 chunks is kind of quite difficult. But with 18 chunks, most land, that'll give you just fine. And see everything around my surroundings. But for me, when I'm recording, I play on 8 chunks because it doesn't lag them. Even though that's kind of quite a hard play, but it gives you a nice clean line of sights. And also that's how far my simulation distance is set to. And your simulation distance is how far events actually happen. So even in my crank my render distance all the way up to 22 chunks, I'll only be able to, like, up until maybe the line that I'm showing here, that's probably only how far I can actually do things like crops or grow. But that is going to end this episode, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to drop a like. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe as well some more. I'm Kai Gaming Spot More, and I'm checking out.